Hello, everyone. My name is Chloe. Welcome to the Booktube Chicks Book Club to discuss We Could Be Magic by Marissa Meyer. This was our book of the month for the month of July, and it is, I believe, our first graphic novel that we have done in book club. And if we've done a graphic novel before, it has been a very long time because I don't remember. My name is Chloe. You're on my channel. And if you've never been to one of our book club discussions before, the way it's going to work is for the next couple of minutes, we're going to do a spoiler-free discussion where we're just going to introduce ourselves and talk about our initial thoughts. And then we'll go into more of a spoiler discussion. So, Kat, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and do your initial thoughts.
Hello, I'm Kathleen. My channel's for the love of books, not that I upload there anymore. I enjoyed this book. I generally love everything by Marissa Meyer, and this was no exception. I really enjoyed it. Uh, um, I gave it 5 stars. Uh, I don't know how to say it, but she just, it was really cute. There were moments that I was very like touched, like tears kind of thing, where I felt really touched by the story. It was a good, feel good sort of story about where no matter who you are, if no matter what you look like, you can be a princess as long as you have the heart for it. It's a really feel good story, and again, I Marissa Meyer is just one of those authors where she just knows how to create a story, and she knows how to get you sucked in, and she knows how to um get you to really connect with the main character. Obviously, this is a graphic novel, so it reads differently than a full-blown novel. But it was no less different than some of her other books, where there is this Marissa Meyer magic weaved into the story. So I really enjoyed it, and so I did give it 5 stars because it was really, really good.
So this is my second time reading it. I was lucky enough to have an ARC via NetGalley, so I read it in April. But I I reread it earlier today, and I absolutely love this story and this graphic novel. Marissa Meyer is one of my auto-buy authors. I have loved almost everything from her. I think there was only one book that was meh for me. Um, but everything that I've read from her has been amazing, and this is no exception. I do like that since she's finished with the Lunar Chronicles and the Renegade series, she has kind of branched out into other genres. She has written some contemporary, she's written middle grade that I read last year, and now she's branching into graphic novels, which I think is great. Um, she's kind of has something in almost everything. And I agree with a lot of what you said that this is just a very feel good story. We're basically following Tabitha, who is going through this like summer program. It's basically the Disney college program, but it's Summerland. Um, and it was super cute, and I loved the motivation behind our characters. I loved the overarching message, and I gave it 5 stars both times that I read it. I don't know how much we'll be able to talk about it since it is more of a shorter graphic novel, but we will do our best to discuss all of it. um where should we start? I don't know. I had said, well, when we saw each other earlier, I had said this. I want to know if Marissa Meyer worked at Disney at any point.
Yeah.
Go through the Disney college program, or did she just research with people who
Uh,
did?
that's a good question. I feel like she probably just did a lot of research into it.
Yeah. I okay, so let's I want to talk about, to start with, the what is, I don't remember his name. Um is his name James? How have I already forgotten?
The main love interest?
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah, yeah,
James.
James.
Okay. I want to talk about James and what we find out about him, how he used to be a face character, which a face character is one of the characters that's not in a giant costume suit, and how he was no longer a face character because he punched a guest.
I thought it was gonna be like the way he acted, like how he was afraid to go into the Hall of Royalty or whatever it was called. I
Mhm.
thought something happened because he acted so traumatized. And I guess, going through that and punching a guest and, becoming this viral moment on the internet can be a little traumatizing. But I figured like something truly bad, like bad had happened, and it just turned out that he was defending a princess. I was like, "Oh, okay." So all like he kept this old giant secret because of
Yeah.
that. And it was so over something really honorable. I mean, yeah, he did get in trouble. He got fired from being one of the princes, but I was expecting something like super duper traumatic to have happened.
Like, I'm glad it was something good that uh he was where hold on, I completely lost my train of thought. It was something good that he was defending her for, but at the same time, it's like um I feel like if this was real life, you would have been fired, like for real,
Oh
for real.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was surprised too that they kept him on because of the I mean, based on what we saw, the um the guest, he bled, and that's a huge lawsuit for the park.
Yes, I was thinking that too. um it's a lawsuit. It's the fact that he's even a character assistant is kind of surprising to me too.
Yeah,
Like I feel like if like let's say they did keep him, I feel like they would have like sequestered him away from
yeah.
guests, from characters, whatnot.
Yeah, no, I think that was probably I mean, it's a fairy tale story sort of, like none of it is
Yeah.
really that realistic, but I feel like that was the only part where I was like, he should, I mean, I agree with him, but he should have gotten fired. He's a huge liability for the park. I'm sure that guest could have, I mean, I guess, like I said, huge lawsuit for the park, the fact that they kept him on.
Okay, so I'm the type of person that and I was like this a lot when you and I would go to Universal. I'm the type of person who's really interested in behind the scenes of like rides. I love like when we got stuck on Spider-Man and we had to get like walked off. I love seeing the like
Yeah,
you don't normally see. And I like with this, even though it's a fictional world, I loved the elements of the behind the scenes aspect of it with like the tunnels that are based off of the Magic Kingdom tunnels and the like secret spots that
yeah.
James took her to and pointed things out. And I loved how like so similar to Disney it was. Like just I feel like this was like her fangirl dream in
Yeah,
a graphic
yeah.
novel with the even like the hidden kitties that are supposed to be like hidden Mickeys.
That's right, yeah.
I love stuff like that. I eat it up.
Yeah.
Um, and I kind of wish there had been even more behind the scenes things in this, but obviously it's a graphic novel. There's only so much you can do with that art form. Um, but I loved that. I also liked I'm not sure if this is an actual thing. It's been a while, I feel like, since there was a new princess added to Disney, but I wonder, does Disney also do like princess coronations? The last one that I like remember was Merida, maybe, and that was God only knows how long ago.
Uh, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I'm not as knowledgeable in the Disney as I am about Universal.
Yeah, I miss
I'm
Universal.
sure they do. I'm sure they do. I mean, Disney is all about profit. So
Yeah.
as the happiest place on earth, it is all about profit. So they would probably want to capitalize on new Disney princesses coming through and showcasing a brand new princess actress in the park, so I'm sure they would do a huge fanfare for a new one.
Yeah. Um, I like that with this book, even though it even though there is a romance there, it's kind of like a back burner romance. Like it's not the main central focus of the story. Um, and I like that we got more of Tabitha trying to find who she was in this world, trying to navigate doing the auditions, wanting to be a face character, just like working on herself to make her goals happen.
Yeah. Um, I like that she was motivated and that she didn't let her circumstance stop her. And I'm happy that she had people also who encouraged her. Like her roommate who
Mhm.
came off as
I wasn't
cold.
sure about her for a
Yeah,
bit.
she came off as cold, and then there were moments where she felt like she wanted to encourage her, but she didn't know how to go about encouraging her to not give up on her dreams. And then she's the one who came up with the idea of stealing of well, not stealing, but taking over the float for the parade of the new princess.
Mhm. I another situation where I'm like, "You would've been fired for that."
Well, they almost were.
Oh, yeah. But, like, even in real life, I'm like, you would've been fired for that."
Yeah.
I'm like, what else is there to talk about? Okay, this is random, but just because I saw the picture of it. The weird nacho creations that
She
they
did like
had.
nacho sculptures.
Yes, I
About the
just saw the picture too. Where did it go? Have a picante day. What does that even mean?
picante is spicy.
Have a spicy day?
I don't know.
And all the heck, I don't know. Oh, here we go, because I just got to this part. Let's talk about a very minor character here, Delphine, her initial uh
I don't
character.
understand why she's there.
I hate her so much. I'm like, how do you just stand there and not do any helping?
And also what like I'm glad she was only there for like a few scenes because she infuriated me.
It
Like
just
if you hate your job, find another one.
but the way that she just put the outfit on her and she's like, I don't think this is right. And I'm like, I don't think it matters. That's what she said. Like, it very much matters. And also, where is it? There was a scene here with her just on her phone in
Yeah.
front of guests
Yep.
on the public floor. Just I feel like she would have been fired.
Yeah. I'm glad James got her to switch.
Yes. And I wish that whoever this like HR lady is or whatever, that was like, it needs to be at least this many an hour. Like if Tabitha had just like spoken up and been like, "Hey, this is a problem," but James was able to work it out for
Yeah.
her.
I think also Tabitha didn't want she was trying so hard to be like cordial with this girl who did not give two shits about her.
Oh yeah. And I also wish we got more of um I don't think they have a name. The person who was in costuming who ended up being like in on their plan
Oh yeah.
at the end. I really liked them as well.
Yeah, I like that. I think there was a scene where he said that he loved the whole costume, so that's what that his dream was to get into like the costume area of part of the job.
Yes.
So
That's what I was just looking for. And honestly, like the sass in this book, in these looks here. Just like, are you sure? Is it because
Yeah.
of this? I liked the overall message at the end where they were all just trying to make it so Tabitha fit in with them, that she was, you know, accepting of who she was, that she could be anything she wanted. Like, even when the zipper wouldn't go up on the dress, they're like, here's a cloak, formal cloak, we got this.
Yeah. And then her roommate, I forget her name, she was like initially she was like, maybe we can cut like a triangle like fabric and then
Mhm.
fit it into there. And he was like, the kid that works in the costume, he felt like he said something sassy, like while being offended. I thought that was funny. And then he suggested the cloak. Um, yeah, that was a good scene. What did you think of the romance? I mean, I get that the graphic novel, it's like 250 pages.
Yeah.
There's a lot of story. Obviously, you can't you have to portray the story through images rather than
Mhm.
words. So I feel like there's a lot you have to pack into an image because obviously you don't have the words to describe there. I felt it was a little cheesy,
Mhm.
but it was cute.
Yeah.
But it was it was a little cheesy, but
So
I thought it was cute. And also, this is young adult, like, right? The
mhm.
young adult graphic novel. Okay.
The thing that I like about the graphic novel format is, even though we had like a little chunk where we didn't see James, like between the after party of the welcome party and seeing him again in the park, um is I at that point when I had initially read it, I forgot about him. But then once they're interacting more in the book, and this is what I like so much about the graphic novel, is even though she hasn't caught on all the way yet, we can see how he feels just from his facial expressions.
Yeah.
And I really liked that. Cuz like as they're spending more time together, you can see it in his expressions and in his actions how much he's trying to help her and do all these things, even though she doesn't catch on as quickly. um was it cheesy? Yes. But I think because the romance wasn't like the main focal point, I still think it was done really well, even if it was like insta like.
Yeah. And I like all the little, um, how should I put this, little drama that was put into the story, like, the fact that she couldn't dance, she wasn't prepared for the first audition,
Mhm.
and then she worked so hard, and she had all these people who were doubting her, and she knew that they were doubting her, but she still went through it anyway. Or that other prince guy who she felt was taking advantage of her by getting free nachos. I thought
Yeah.
that was a funny. Um, and the fact that he let himself get dragged away by the other princess at the end, so
Right? Who
he,
just
like,
thinks he
quit,
was
and
it.
he, like, quit even though it wasn't, like, his issue, and, but he followed the other princess anyway, or got dragged by the other princess anyway.
He quit in solidarity. Dragged away in solidarity.
That was funny. Um, but yeah, this I wonder if, like, are there really secret apartments in Disney?
Yes. There is.
I heard that they are, but, like, who lives there?
So I can't remember if it was here or at Disneyland. I'm pretty sure it's at Disneyland. There is an apartment above the fire station that was Walt's apartment. You can do a tour of it. Um
But it's not a functioning apartment, because here
Not.
it's a functioning apartment where the creator of
Yeah.
Summerland lives, so
I think maybe if Walt Disney was still alive, it could or would be, but I don't think it has been since he passed. I'm pretty sure it's in Disneyland. Let's see. Yeah, it's in Disneyland above the Town Square Fire Station on Main Street, USA. Wonder if he had one here. Let's see. Let's see. There was not an apartment in Disney World. I know, like, when I've been watching, I watched, it's been a while, there was a Tim Tracker video that they were in California and he did a tour of Walt's apartment, because you can take pictures, certain pictures, but you can't take video in
Hmm.
there. I love all the secrets of theme parks. There's a YouTube channel called Behind the Attraction that will talk about specific rides and like the history behind them and things like that, and I think it's really interesting. I also like videos about like things that Disney has abandoned, or like conspiracy theories.
uh,
So what else do we want to talk about with this book? We're at 20 minutes. I'm trying to see if we can make it to 30.
um, I mean, it's a graphic novel. There's and it's pretty linear in the story, so um, I'm glad that at the end the creator created like a whole
Yeah.
new princess, a plus sized princess based, and it was clearly inspired by our main character, and that she got to be. So does this mean that she? I'm assuming that means that she stayed working there, right, beyond the 3 months.
Yeah, that's my guess, because it says it was 4 years later.
Yeah. Um.
I also like, where is it? That Kyra ended up on the cruise ship, their version of a cruise ship.
Yeah. Kyrie, right? That's the roommate, right?
Roommate. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I was like flipping through to see if there were any acknowledgments earlier, and there's no acknowledgments, and I just want to know if she worked at Disney. All I want to know. Question for Marissa Meyer. Okay, well, I guess we can kind of start talking about next month, or like wrapping up our feelings, since this is just a short little graphic
Wait,
novel.
I have a question.
Sure.
You said at the beginning that there was a book that you didn't enjoy by Marissa Meyer. What book was that?
What was it called? Cursed, the sequel to Gilded. I feel
Oh,
like
I haven't read that one yet. Okay.
I feel like if I reread Gilded and then read Cursed immediately after,
Is it
it
a duel? Is there a third book coming?
no, it's just the two.
Okay.
I feel like if I read them closer together, maybe I would like it a little bit more. But even Will said that Cursed kind of fell flat for him.
Okay.
So maybe one day I'll reread them. We'll see. There is one Marissa Meyer book that I actually haven't read yet, and it's the companion sequel to Instant Karma, called With a Little
Oh,
Luck.
I
I
haven't
want
read that
to
one either.
I want to reread Instant Karma first, because it's following the brother in the new book. And then she has another book coming out this year in November called The House of Fear. I don't
Yeah.
I think it is a retelling, but I can't tell you what's a retelling of. So I guess we'll see.
Okay.
Um, but you can go ahead with your final thoughts if you'd like.
Okay. All right. So final thoughts. I really enjoyed this. Marissa Meyer is usually an auto buy author for me. I haven't bought this book yet, so I can't say auto buy. But I don't, unlike Chloe, I don't have a book that I read. Wait, no, I didn't love Instant Karma. I think I give that a 2 or 3. So there, I take that back. There is a book by Marissa Meyer that I did not love. This was not one of them. I really enjoyed this graphic novel. I thought it was cute. It was fun. It is a young adult, feel good sort of story about a girl who wants to be a princess at her favorite amusement park. It is Disney inspired very clearly, and it has feel good. It's a feel good story. About being confident and going after your dreams and falling in love along the way and making friendships, and it's really cute, and I did give it 5 stars. It was pretty easy to get through because obviously it's a graphic novel, but I highly recommend this to everybody. Uh, yeah, it's a great book. It's a great Marissa Meyer book.
Yeah, I agree with a lot was said. Overall, I really enjoyed this book. It's really quick and easy to get through. Like I reread it in an hour and a half today. And overall, I'm giving it 5 stars. I love that Marissa Meyer is branching out into these different book forms and formats with this graphic novel. And overall, just a really great book altogether. Super cute, finding your dreams and chasing your dreams and actually fighting for what you want. Overall, I'm giving this one 5 stars. And I give it 5 stars the first time too. Let me get I don't have a physical copy of the next book, so let me get it up on my phone.
I don't even know what I never know what the next book is.
Well, this was your pick. I don't remember what the other choice was, but this was the one of the options that you had sent. So next month is my pick, and we're gonna see how this one goes. We're gonna be reading Meredith Alone by Claire Alexander, which I'm pretty sure this is literary fiction. And recently, this year, we've had a couple of literary fictions that I'm just like, listen, it's a genre that's not for
You're
me.
the one who keeps choosing these.
I know, and here's the thing. It's because I'm like, Chloe, think smarter, not harder. Send choices that are review books that you need to write reviews for.
Stop requesting these books that you probably are not gonna like as review books.
Cat.
I know that you're requesting
Chloe,
these, so stop
the
requesting them.
Chloe of 2 years ago is different from the Chloe of now. And I'm pretty sure this one was like 2
Be
years ago.
more picky with your
I
review
have become
requests.
so much more picky. This okay, so Meredith Alone was a whatever month it came out. It came out in November of 2022, so it's been a while. It was a pick for the Libro FM ALCs, which if you're not familiar with Libro FM ALCs, it is you get 10 picks a month of the audiobooks. So it's great. And at the beginning, like 2022, when I first started doing it, I was like, oh, this sounds good. This sounds good. This sounds good. Now I'm super, super picky. I don't think I picked anything this month. So Desiree will like send me ones and she's like, did you see this one? And I'm like, yep, I'm not getting it. Because I've been super picky. So this one is one that came from there and it's time for me to read it. So anyway, we're going to be reading that for the month of August, and our live discussion is going to be on Sunday, August 31st at 7 p.m. on this channel. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at Booktube Chicks. We post everything related to anything Booktube Chicks related. And besides this book club, what is also coming up in the next few weeks is if you like romance books, on August 3rd at 6 p.m. Eastern, Desiree and myself, as well as Gigi from Books After Cafecito, are going to be discussing, what book did we just read? Gigi Listening by Chantel Guillertin. So that'll be on Desiree's channel, and that's also on the Instagram as well. And then on Friday, August 8th, on Kat's channel, which is linked down below, we're going to be doing Pages and Pals, which is just reading whatever we're currently reading with pals for an hour. It's a good time all around. Highly recommend you check out all of those live shows. And then we will see you guys on the 31st for our Meredith Alone discussion. So yeah, that is everything that is going on in Booktube Chicks world right now. And we hope to see you at one of the live shows in the next couple of weeks. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all next time. Bye.